I'm Joanne, and today I'm going to show you how to make a retro flower, among other decorations, to go on the felt Easter egg. To make any of these decorations, you're first going to need your pattern, and here's the pattern. As you can see on this pattern piece, there's the retro flower down here, but there's also hearts, there's other flower shapes and circles that I'm going to use to create and put buttons and other embellishments, which I'll show you later on there. So you need your pattern. To also make it, you're going to need your felt, you're going to need your freezer paper, you're going to need your Velcro, and this is the hook side, and I've just got quite a nice wide piece there, and I've drawn lots of little circles on the back of it because the shape I'm going to need to put onto all these flowers. And I just use one of these circle rulers to get the correct size that I'm after. You're going to need some firm interfacing. I love the very, very thick interfacing. It's very sturdy, and particularly for this flower it's essential you have that, otherwise you're going to have all the little petals off this flower just go all floppy. The other thing I love to use is double-sided fusible webbing. I use this to adhere my layers together, and it does also offer a bit of extra body, which is very, very crucial when you're making toys for small hands to play with constantly. Right, the first thing you need to do when making this is you need to trace your flower, or the retro flower that we're making. You need to trace that onto freezer paper, and then you iron that freezer paper pattern onto your felt. Now I'm going to be showing you all different stages of my flowers using all the different felts that I'm using. So once you've ironed it, the freezer paper pattern onto the felt, you quickly cut that out, and when you've cut it out you'll get a lovely shape like this. Next thing you need to do, that pattern, you need to trim that pattern down by several millimeters all the way around, and then again iron the freezer paper pattern of that onto the firm interfacing, and that firm interfacing then gets placed on the felt piece there. And what you need to do next is you need to use that fusible webbing to fuse this on place with the felt, and I've done it on the 5 petals. So here's the yellow retro flower I've done, and you can see I've got the webbing ironed on between each of those petals. The next thing you need to do is you need to sew one of those Velcro circles onto your backing felt. So what I do is I position this first where I want it, which is about there, turn it over, put a wee piece of felt on there, and I've already stitched that on, so that's all done. Then what I do is I position this back on, and I position that in place, and I put another bit of fusible webbing under each of those petals, and then after that, with a slightly longer than normal sewing stitch, so I use a 3, I stitch about 1 to 2 millimeters all the way around the circumference of that flower, and then when that's stitched I very carefully cut it out until I have a completed retro flower. And I do that for all those shapes on the pattern. It's exactly the same for the hearts, for the little tulips, for these little petaled flowers, and the same when I make the circles. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll show you what this looks like on the egg. Positions there, and you can imagine when I get these all around, the children can make tessellations with these. Which is why I'm making 6 of these in different colours, and it actually fills that egg up beautifully. So it's one way they can use them. Of course, they can put them anywhere they like and interchange with any of the hearts. It'll be very interesting when they get this on for their Easter gift to see how they decorate this egg with all those different shapes. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.